this is the first one of my plays I've been able to sit through night after night and not have my stomach ball up in embarrassment. I've worked longer on this than any other play. I rewrote it 13 times. Truest is the first play I've truly lived up to. You know, people who choose to go into the arts in a way are always going to, I think, at least for myself, constantly trying to re-identify who I am in this other world, right? When I go back to Northeast Philadelphia and I see my friends, and it's so foreign, you know, the world I've created for myself from where I came, and that feels so much about what the play is about. It's that I know myself. You know, I get emotional talking about it. I know who I am, and these characters, they know who they are, and they can't deal with it. And the play, much like when you go home again, the play sort of allows you to realize that that's true, to realize that I don't really want to deal with who I am. I'd rather deal with this other thing. And it's only the people that know me best that can call me out on it or force me to see it in a new way. And that's what I think the guy's writing about. I think the guy's writing about, he leaves his family, he leaves his home, he goes off, the playwright goes, you know, in real life, goes off and creates a whole new world for himself, but he can't escape his father, and he can't escape where he comes from. And I think we all struggle with this desire to honor where we come from, right? There's a legacy, our family legacy, right, that we all feel the burden of. And yet, we also want to get away from it and form our own identity, a more authentic identity. And a lot of the play is about authenticity and who has the right to authenticity. I feel like Shepard is really questioning his own, he's really questioning who he's become. Who have I become at this point? He writes this play, like I said, at a place where he's had success, he's won the Pulitzer. He's clearly gotten offers to become something bigger than what he is. But he doesn't know how to do it, he doesn't know what it is. And I think more specifically, after you get through all that, right, so these big emotional ideas about legacy and family and identity, we also happen to live at a time where we don't really have to take any responsibility for who we are anymore. Because technology has enabled us to be faceless. We can be whoever the icon says we are, whoever the avatar says we are, whoever the created fake name says we are, right? We don't really have to be true to who we are. Technology has allowed us in this 21st century to cultivate personality in a way that we never could before. That's why reality TV, in its weird way, was the harbinger of what was to come. That we were going to reach a place socially that the fiction was way more interesting than the truth. So much so that you could take real people's lives, put it on display, and have it be completely false, and we think it's real. And so playing these themes of identity and asking these questions about where we come from and dealing with ourselves in a real way, that feels to me inherently an important conversation to be having when we no longer have any real knowledge of who anybody is. We really don't know. We're all on Facebook. We all have these friends that we haven't seen in 25 years, but we know everything about them. We know that they're married, we know they have kids, we know where they live, we know their ups and their downs, but we don't know who the they are. We don't know anything about them. And if we met them in real life, we would immediately recognize we have no relationship to them. That sounds a lot like the play to me. It sounds a lot like what Sam Shepard is writing about, the notion that we don't have any real relationship to each other, because if we did, we might kill one another. Because we couldn't deal with what it told us about ourselves.